Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another live fan calling show. As always, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I've just done my match reaction, so make sure you check that out as well. But nonetheless, let's hear from you, the fans. As always, check us out on Usmaan Talk United. The ad is there. All you got to do is check us out and see what we are saying. So basically, I've tweeted out the link to the show. Come call in, have your say regarding our victory. As always, know we have a lot of callers, but for whatever reason, the lines are dead. So feel free to join me at any point. I will get you on. But as soon as we get someone in, I will get on. But anyways, let's just get math those. Anyways, I'm going to go through some of the players. I've already done my match reaction, but I can go into a bit more detail because I was rushing the thing because I was running late for this. First and foremost, Manchester United into the semi-finals. We now know our fate. We now know we are playing against Manchester City. Another derby against the shit side of Manchester. You know, the dead side. Danny saying, yo, what going, Danny? What are you saying, G? Hopefully good. Right, listen. We're playing Manchester City. We had them last year. I don't know if it's 2 legs. Can someone please inform me in the chat if it's 2 legs or not? Because I don't know if it's 1 leg or 2 legs. If it's 2 legs like last season, then it might be a different predicament. But nonetheless, like for me personally, we have to get through to a final at minimum. Yes, of course, when you're in the final, you want to win the trophy. You'll be disappointed otherwise. But it's important that we get over that next hurdle because we struggled massively last season. You know, losing 3 semi-finals, a lot of fans still refer to that as a sort of mental block. I myself refer to that as a potential mental block. You know, we couldn't overcome that sort of stumbling block, that hurdle. Mentally, is it still in the back of the players' minds? As I mentioned on yesterday's preview, for me personally, every time we've had an opportunity to actually make ground on another competitor above us, we've struggled, man. Look, how many occasions that season Chelsea drop points, we drop points? How many occasions where we can, you know, go into a sort of position of power, we bottle it? And this is the issue with Man United at the moment. The mentality is not there, and this is for me personally is crucial. Look, fair enough, Cavani, absolutely fantastic goal. Players like Cavani, he's got that mentality, as did Zlatan Ibrahimovic, just to come in and make a difference. So I do apologize about my cough, but it is what it is. I can't do much about it. But listen, let's get our first caller on. We have got someone. The lines are ringing. If you are interested in getting yourself on the channel, go to Usmaan Talks United and queue up. So we got the first caller, which is my brother Was. What are you saying, Was?
I'm all right, mate. Sorry, it's a bit dark. I'm in a different room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm buzzing.
I
I'm
was about to
buzzing
say,
up.
you actually predicted the 2-0 win, man. So, you know, Was is that. You almost got the Leeds one right as well, to be fair. So you were close to,
Almost,
you were
almost.
very close to that. You actually gave us an oh no, you cut us off a goal, but it was close enough. But in terms of this game here itself, you know, what are your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, I mean, first off, we were really, really good. You can tell slightly that they've not played together, the players, in it. So it took a bit of time. Actually, it didn't take that much time. They were on it straight away.
Yeah, I was about to say,
But
we were brilliant first 20 minutes.
yeah, we were really, really good. It was really good to watch, bar the goal. But we created enough chances. There was like Cavani one where you had like 2 bites of the cherry kind of thing. And then there was another one. Oh no, not Oracle. Um, what do you call it? There's another one where I think it came to Pogba and he tried to backheel it to
Yeah,
someone else
It
behind
was
him.
to Van
I
der
think he
Beek,
should have
yeah.
tried hitting that first
Yeah, I
time,
thought
or
he should have hit it as well, to be
yeah,
honest.
trying to be too acute in it. But other than that, we played really, really well, yeah, without the goals. But I really enjoyed the first half. Yeah, we controlled it completely. Everton were poor, so
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I'm hearing a lot of people saying Everton were poor. I personally thought the first, well, I suppose the second half, yeah, they were poor, as were we. But in terms of the first half, I just think we nullified them completely. You know, we controlled the game. You know, you can say Everton were poor, but we didn't even give an opportunity for them to get out. Like Calvert-Lewin had 12 touches in the first half, which really indicates how, you know, how much we dominated the game, 70% possession, which you
Hmm.
don't really associate that with us in particular on the early, you know, counter-attacking team. Were you slightly surprised in how attacking of a lineup you went for?
Yeah, totally shocked. Totally shocked. I've been calling out for Bruno van der Beek and Pogba to be all in the same team starting
Yeah.
lineup. And when I saw it, I'm like, what? He should be resting Bruno. But then I was like, forget resting him.
Yeah.
You can tell it's Bruno. Bruno's one of those guys, yeah. You tell him to sit on the bench and take it easy and just watch from the dugout, or whatever. He's one of those guys I know he wants to be involved. You can just tell straight away he's one of those guys that'll probably sulk if he didn't play. So I can imagine him just like saying, "Oh, I'm all right, I'll play." And luckily, I don't think we come out with any injuries or anything like that. So it's looking good. I mean, we got the win, and they need to rest up now for Leicester
Leicester,
on
yeah.
it's a lunchtime kickoff as well, which
Yeah.
is first game of the weekend as well. It's gonna be a tough one. I don't know. Are we at home or away? I'm not sure. I think we're away, innit?
I've got a feeling we're away. I've not
We're
actually checked
away,
it. Pretty sure
which
we're away,
um,
but
which
which is
makes it a
obviously
bit.
another
It's
long.
obviously a bit of travel as well.
Yeah,
Although
no,
Leicester's not far.
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. In terms of the ladder, when it came up, as you know, I was massively surprised about Bruno's. I don't know why he didn't play Mata there. He could have quite easily played Mata in number 10. It's like they're not allowed to play Mata in number 10. He's only allowed to play on the right wing. Like, why is Mata is more than capable of doing that? Like,
We
I
got to
think
give
that
the other team a chance, innit? Because he might have plays number 10. You know how many goals? He's gonna be
Mata would
unbelievable then.
have run right, but Ali's put, yeah, I reckon we held him off really well. Credit to the midfield and defense. In terms of midfield, firstly, before we move on to defense, do you feel that that is what we need to be playing moving forward? I was getting massively frustrated with Matic, man. Just holding on to the ball
Oh
for
my
so
god!
long. Like
Him and Maguire.
we were playing well in the first half, but they were trying to piss me off. Them two.
They did a good job at it because Maguire, Matic, Eminem. So
Oh my god.
those two, those two were so bad. Cause I was rooting for Matic to play because I wanted the other players to get a rest. But I'm never gonna wish for Matic again because the guy he put me to sleep. I was like, what the hell? Give the ball to frigging. If you saw Pogba, yeah, in the centre of the park, he kept him moving back and forth, yeah, trying to
Mhm.
create the space. His hands on his head, like
Oh
because
my, it's
he must be
constantly as
shouting
well.
at Matic.
It's like,
Matic
oh
just
my,
was
I felt sorry
smiling.
for Pogba, man. They were not passing him the ball for
They were giving
80.
him,
They would
honest to
give it
God,
him,
they were giving him.
they'd give it him, and then he couldn't do anything because by the time we passed him, there's about two guys on him, so you have to give it
Yeah,
back
yeah, yeah. You have to
or
take
try
one
his
on and
skill to
maybe.
say, yeah, exactly. And he just don't want to be, we don't want him to
Yeah,
be doing that because that's where he gets caught out.
yeah.
But them two were slowing the game down. But them two aside, like everybody else was brilliant going forward. Of
Mm.
course, Cavani getting the goal, Martial coming on, getting an assist and a goal. But in terms of the defense, before we go into Martial, etc., listen, who for you is a standout in defense?
There's only one man, Eric Bailly. He was the man of match for me because he was just so solid. Especially when Maguire made that mistake. I think it was the second half. He made that mistake when he stepped out and then he lost the ball, and then they attacked, and
Yeah.
then Bayer kind of like cover for him with his pace and strength. I don't know who was attacking. It might be
No, I
Calvert
don't
Lewin.
even
I'm not
remember
sure.
what attack you're referring to. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He made a blatant mistake, Maguire. He stepped out and then he lost the ball, leaving a
Um,
massive hole at the back. So he's
uh,
basically 1-on-1 with Bay, and Bay
oh,
just
right, yeah. I
outmuscled
think that
the
must have been
striker,
probably was
wherever
down
it
at
was.
that point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in terms of Baye's overall performance, obviously he collected Richarlison as well for good measure. Just making sure that he knew what going in
Building.
it. But listen, how frustrating is Baye though? Like he can't stay fit. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think him and Maguire would be good together? Because I thought they were up. Dominic
Maguire,
Calvert-Lewin just got pocketed today.
Maguire just takes the piss, man. Maguire makes his own kind of downfall, and I don't know what it is with him. He shouldn't be really dwelling on the ball for too long. He takes his time, and then he tries to ping a ball, and he doesn't really get it right. Just keep it freaking simple. Give it to Pogba, man, and move
Yeah,
it forward.
he's constantly looking for that killer pass, and I just don't
Yeah,
understand
but
why.
he
It's
doesn't have
like
that in his locker. Lindelof,
it,
yeah, fair
yeah,
enough.
but it doesn't matter if he has it in his locker or not. He doesn't need to be doing it half the time. Just get the ball, like you said, and play to Pogba and
Pogba,
keep it
oh
ticking,
yeah,
man.
or
They were
Tellez or someone. Just give it.
yeah, they were keeping it ticking. But what were your thoughts on Tellez as you just mentioned him?
Tell,
Like he got
yeah,
substituted off late for Luke Shaw. Like, what did you
yeah.
make of Tellez? I don't feel like he was offering much going forward, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought Tellez was really good. He had more license to go forward because Matic was dropping in, making
Yeah,
it like three centre backs kind of thing. So that gave him license to go forward.
yeah,
I still think him and Van de Beek, obviously they don't have that understanding, so there wasn't much one give and go, and then
Someone's put, "Why can you please turn on the light?"
off. I'm paying the electricity bill, mate. I've done a gem. I've done a gem. No, it's just a bit it's a bit dark. I'm just creating a mood and an atmosphere. uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, he did have that understanding with Van de Beek. So usually it's with Rashford, isn't it? So he can give that give and go, and then Rashford's got that pace. Van de Beek, I mean, was a bit. I don't know. I don't know if that position suits him. He was a bit like I don't know. He didn't get involved as much.
I personally don't think he did much to be. I thought he had good movement off the ball. Don't get me wrong. He was creating a
Yeah,
lot
but
of space with his movement, but in terms of on the ball, he didn't really offer anything from what I can remember.
yeah, I think he might play that role a few more times to get that understanding with the players. But I think if you might need Rashford instead of someone like maybe Greenwood there with a bit of pace as well. Because although Greenwood played really well, to be honest, he didn't do too bad. Him and Cavani, they linked up a few times here and there, but I don't know. I think Rashford works well with maybe Cavani kind of thing with the pace because he can play off him kind of thing. You make runs off him. So yeah, I mean overall we did all right. We did really well. Professional performance, I think, overall from everyone.
Yeah, no, obviously, like you've mentioned, we got through in the end. Professional performance. We now got Manchester City in the next round. I still don't know if it's 2 legs or 1 round. I don't even know. No one's told me yet. I was hoping someone would tell me. But that aside, how are you feeling going into that one?
Yeah, I don't mind playing. I didn't mind any of them really. I knew we weren't going to get Brentford. We never get the easy route anyway. I wanted, but I actually wanted Spurs. But then again, if you do beat City,
But if you get
final
Spurs in the final, that's going to be horrible if we lose that, though. Because imagine that's like a double whammy, man.
Mourinho rubbing in our face and a trophy.
Darren said it's 1 game. Okay, so obviously you don't need to look to the final yet. But in terms of the Man City game, how are you feeling? You're confident going into that one because it's in a couple of weeks, really, isn't it?
Yeah, looking forward to that. I think Man City have not been their usual best lately, but by then you never know that. By the time that game comes round, they might be, in more form. Aguero might be banging some goals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So who knows? But at the moment, they're not great. Although they brushed Arsenal side of the day on Premier League. But
yeah, but it's not how they're shit in it. So do you know what I mean? Like they're a small club.
True.
I was hoping Arsenal got through. We would have Arsenal for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Would have been straight passes into the final there. But listen, it is what it is. Whilst obviously Bailly was your man of the match. Just before you go, as always, make sure you check us out on Facebook. Usmaan Talks United. Was looks after all the Facebook content, so make sure you go and show him some love. As always, Was, go turn your light on. But thank you very much for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I will do. Take care. Make sure you subscribe, guys.
Yeah, catch you in the comment. Right, okay, let's get our next guest on. Before I do that, as always, make sure you check us out on Usmaan Talks United. The calling link is there. It seems that the lines are dead tonight, probably because it's a late one and it is a weekday. But for dead rubber game, well, not dead rubber, but for dead game, in my opinion. But anyways, listen, let's get the homie on. 3 in midfields of very own Kojo. Yes, brother, what you saying?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Listen, Cavani doing his thing at the end. Is very clinical in the end, finding his feet eventually. But what were your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, it felt accomplished. I don't think Everton really gave us too much of a problem, if I'm being honest. If they were giving us any problems, it would have been self-inflicted, to be honest. So I'm not. I'm quite calm. I think everyone did what they need to do. Pogba played well. Cavani was getting in some chances. Telles was finding whips. Cavani, good chance. Greenwood, a nice header.
Yeah.
So that was good. And yeah, overall a nice performance. And as me and you said, Martial needed a goal.
He scored. Thank God. He didn't miss this sitter.
Yeah. So,
listen, he's getting in the right place. We've got a comment. Fresh Trim FC. Yes, let's go. Yes. I've got Fresh Trim as well, lads. Look at that fade, jeez.
Yes, come on.
But I've got to keep the heart on for the logo and that. No, I'm joking. But listen, let's talk about a couple of individual players. First and foremost, we've been screaming out for Pogba, Van de Beek, and Bruno to be on the pitch at the same time. Were we justified in that performance?
Yeah, it wasn't as electrifying as you would hope, but it never will be straight away in it. So, I think everyone did what they need to do. Pogba played well. I think Van der Beek was quite ordinary, but
Yeah.
you know, he's in and out of the team, so you can't expect a player to be on top as soon as he gets back into the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Bruno was decent. Bruno did what he needed to do. He didn't have to do anything special. Hit the bar near the end. So yeah, I think they all did what they needed to do more than anything. At the end of the day, there's nothing to complain about. That's the main point. No one to complain about. I think we all played well.
Yeah, no, I hear the Van der Beek point. I was a bit disappointed in him actually on the ball. I don't think he offered him much. I thought in the first 20 minutes he did well. I think everyone did well in the first 25 minutes. You know, they're popping the ball around, moving the ball quickly, although Matic was trying his best to slow the game down as much as he possibly could. God bless his soul, 7 touches at Matic. But in terms of Van der Beek, look, I agree with you. I don't think we can be too critical of him. He's not really had any run of game. He's come into a position that's not really his own. He's playing left wing practically for most parts of the game. So I don't want to be too harsh on him. But in terms of the overall play, in the manner in which we played, did it slightly surprise you how you got to bear in mind we are away from home? I know our away record at the moment is absolutely unreal, but you know, away from home we dominate the game from start. I'm not going to say to finish because second half ball teams are absolutely woeful. But in terms of the first half, we completely dominated it, 70% position. And, you know, what were your thoughts? Do you think Ollie's kind of turning a new leaf in that sense in terms of tactically, or do you think it's just too much quality on the pitch?
It can be a bit of both, but we all know that the home form hasn't been good. So we need to get a run of games all together because there's no point popping so many people away from home, but then at home being worried about the level of performance. And the Leeds win was very important because we needed that win. We had only ever one home game before that this season, so we needed that W, and that kind of thing builds confidence because Everton they've been good this season. If I'm being honest,
they're on the same points as us.
Oh, there you go. So they've been good this season, and to be honest, I thought they would bring it a bit harder because I thought they would want to win this cup because they haven't won a competition in a while as well, but. The quality does come into it as well. I think they had to worry about so much more going forward from us than they did from them as well. You know, they've got good players, but when you've got Donny van der Beek, Pogba and Bruno in the same midfield, you can't help but worry about leaving too much exposed in your defence. Yeah. And then obviously we had Greenwood's played today, Cavani's played, Martial's played, Rashford's played. So we gave them a lot to worry about. Tellers is good going forward. So that's the kind of thing you want. And Bailly was very good at the back as well today. Very, very good. Passing forward, we've seen a lot more in between the lines. So, yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. But that's what Ollie needs to do. He needs to be a bit more braver in these games. Obviously, we criticised the lineup against Leeds, but it worked out. But at the same time, even though it worked out, that is still a defensive lineup in terms of the midfield anyway. So we still need to feel a bit more comfortable going forward and expressing ourselves properly, like we did today. And we got the win. We got a clean sheet. We got a W. Be a good team 2-0. Well, it's not, and there's nothing to worry about on today's game. So on to the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you actually in terms of moving forward. You kind of mentioned already, you know, the lineup against Leeds was negative in our personal opinion, although we made to look very stupid come the end of the game in the manner in which we actually approached the game. Is it all down to the approach though? Because like against Leeds, it's quite evident that instructions were given to McTominay to join the attack, venture forward. You know, a lot of people say McTominay's defensive, which of course he has been utilised in a defensive manner, but he was utilised against Leeds, join the attack, make that third man run into the box from deep, so to speak. It's all about the approach really, in terms of tactics. He made McTominay look good, so to speak. Today you saw that we played a different brand of football. You know, we've been affiliated with counter-attacking football from large parts of the season, although we have our moments of control, as we did against the Leicester team with Sheffield United. In terms of today, right, let's be real. Normally, we'd expect him to play Fred and McTominay. He didn't play Fred and McTominay because, of course, he needed a rest. But what I'm saying is, let's just say we played one game a week and we got everything away from home. We're expecting a more sort of cautious performance from United. And for whatever reason, he went for it, which, of course, is the right thing to do. Is that something you want to see more of? Because like, for me, it just frustrates me. We've got so much quality. Allow them to control the game because we're good enough to do it.
I mean, I forgot what coach said it. It was one of the top level coaches from the past, or managers, whatever you want to call them. But he said he wants to play every game like a home game. You know, you go onto their turf, you calm their atmosphere down, you tell them this is our ground, we're running this pitch. And then when you go out there and you dominate with your players, they can't touch you. It doesn't matter about where you're playing. Obviously, we talk about home advantage and away advantage and European nights and all that. But at the end of the day, if you can go and just level someone on the pitch, that's what it comes down to. Show your quality. And Everton are a good side, but we've got better players.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
why not express ourselves? And I understand the caution approach, but even in times where, like, for example, in the later years of Sir Alex Ferguson and Wenger's rivalry, when Alex Ferguson would just do counter-attacking because he knew what Arsenal were going to do, the lineup was still positive. It was just the intention on the pitch. So if your lineup is going to be a bit defensive, quote unquote, you can still find ways to go forward. McTominay, when he was younger, coming through the ranks, was a box-to-box anyway. And there's videos of him getting to the box lane, like you said, and scoring goals. So if that's part of his game and you know he can do it more often, why not go for it? Because then we'll feel a lot more comfortable seeing McTominay on the pitch. That's instruction. So I don't see any problem with going away and rattling aside, thinking, oh, he's going to come and maybe be cautious against us. And then when they see the lineup, they're like, wait, hold on. Damn, they're actually coming for our necks. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you've got to rattle an opponent and make them know that we're coming to your ground to dominate you and to win. And that's exactly what we did today. So we need to do more of that.
Yeah, no, I think, it sends, I think it was Roy Keane. I can't remember if it was Roy Keane or trying to think which ex-United player. It might have been like Rio Ferdinand. They used to say we used to win the game in the tunnel in terms of when, they stood next to us, they see our lineup, and then, they're looking at their own lineup and thinking, fuck this, we ain't got a chance. And we need to start doing that. I can guarantee when Everton, so our lineup, the players, even if they're not, are saying it out loud, mentally they're thinking, oh, fuck, we're in for a hard game tonight. They got Pogba, they got bloody Bruno, they got Van de Beek, of course, Matic is there to mop up. Then they got man like Cavani from Greenwood, obviously very clinical as well. He almost scored from the headers. They knew they were in for a game. But the thing that impressed me a lot, right, was the versatility in the formation, which is what I said in one of the previews. You saw when we had the ball, Matic was dropping into centre back, and we were basically playing 3-5-2 at that point when we had the ball. For large points of the game, Matic was basically the third centre back, and Tellers was playing wing back for most of that game. I deserve a lot of credit for mixing up because look, he's had a lot of criticism for not having tactics or a style of play or whatever it may be. It's quite evident if you coach or you watch football and analytically, it was quite evident today that there was a system there and we executed to perfection really in the first half.
Yeah, we did. I think the frustration from a lot of people with Ole is we've seen like a blueprint and then it's gone nowhere. Like it is after that it's back to type 1 and we don't know what's going on. And you can see it from imagine like you remember the first 11 games he had when he was winning games and the way we were playing then.
Yeah.
And then the way we played the rest of the season and the football contrasted differently. It was not the same team that he came for. And it's like if you had a blueprint, it was working. Why not try to continue that? And if there's players that are not fitting it, we then can't argue and say this player should be playing. Then you can say this player shouldn't be playing. They can get out. Very simple. So, he knows he's got the players to do so. He knows all the players actually trust him. I think the players actually adore him, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
they can be Ole out, they can be Ole in with the fans, but I think the players absolutely respect him because someone like, I will obviously, because Pogba's obviously the main talking point all the time, but he was his manager in the reserve team, so he knows what Pogba's qualities were when he was younger. Pogba and him have a great relationship because they always complement each other no matter the situation, no matter the problem. Even his agent talks good about Solskjaer anytime he mentions Solskjaer's name. So Solskjaer's clearly not a problem with the players. But in terms of tactical things, we see things differently, we see approach different, and when it doesn't pay off, it's like, we know what you've got and you know what you've got, so utilize it and utilize it well. So, he has to just keep consistent with it. Today was an example of that, and I can forgive if you bring back Freddie McTominay as long as the balance is there for us to see that there is an approach that is positive because United should be positive. The football that we play, the United way, I don't really believe in that. I believe in the Mac Busby way and the Sir Alex Ferguson way. I think coaches bring their ways 100%. And then we adhere to it. So if you've got your way of playing and it's positive, bring us into it. Let us see more of it, and then we can see the progress. Because when we play positive this season, when we actually play positive this season so far, we've beaten everyone there is to beat.
100%. I completely agree with you.
Go for it, yeah. So keep going for it.
Yeah, no, like I've said it on numerous occasions. Every time we've played positive, as you just alluded to, we've got a result. Second half, West Ham came out, blew them away. First half we were absolutely pathetic. The manner which we approached it. Same with Southampton, 2-0 down. Come out second half, absolutely blow them away. Sheffield United, okay, granted we conceded late on, and they're not a great team at the moment, but we still beat them. You can only beat what's in front of you. Leeds slapped them up, and then today again, in the day. We could have been 2-0 at half time. We weren't, but they got the job done, as you said at the start, accomplished. But listen, let's continue with the theme of positivity. You kind of brush over a couple of people. I'm going to start with the attack, and then I'm going to finish on the defense, i.e. Bailly and whoever else you think was good. Martial and Rashford, right? First and foremost, regarding Rashford, right? I don't know if you noticed this, but his body language absolutely stung when he came on. It's like he didn't want to be on the pitch. Like he did not want to. I don't know if he's knackered or something. Obviously, he was brilliant against Leeds. He did not want to be on the pitch by the look to it. But somebody he did want to be on the pitch who had a bit of a disaster prior to this is when he kicked the ball out with his other foot. I was starting thinking I'm gonna get battered on the group chat. I'm defending this guy. And he's doing shit like this. Yeah. But he made out for it. Got in his got the goal eventually. You know, how important is that for Martial and his confidence?
You need as a striker. I mean, you know, I don't like the phrase confidence player because every player needs confidence. It doesn't matter who the hell. Doesn't matter who the hell you are. If Lionel Messi is not feeling himself, you're not going to see the real Lionel Messi. So 100%. Anthony Martial, he needed goals, and to be fair, we've all said that he's actually been playing well in terms of the link-up play, the hold-up play. We can see all that, but as a striker, you're judged on goals. Yeah. And he's finishing against Leeds. Unfortunately for him, was just not good enough. But he got his chance today. And it was a good finish as well. Very comfortable finish, very calm, very relaxed, passed into the back of the net. Nice, aesthetically pleasing finish. Yeah. And as soon as he got the ball, pass forward to him for the assist, I like the way he just turned on one touch and just drove forward, found Cavani in a good space, found that pass, Cavani cut him, bang. That's what you need.
What a finish that was, by the way,
exactly.
from Cavani.
Exactly. Beautiful finish. That's why he's my fun man. That's why he's my fun man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's you know, we all know as United fans, we all really know that we have seen Martial and Rashford have days where they have been absolutely clinical.
Yeah.
And clinical you don't become a clinical striker based on one or two performances. But if we've seen it and we know it's part of your game and you have it, then make sure it becomes a thing where you produce it 8 out of 10 times or 7 out of 10 times. I can accept that because then I can say you're of a certain level. That's why these guys get criticized so much, because people actually genuinely see their talent, move past the banter. They see their talent, but they're like, we're not seeing it so much. And that's jarring as a football fan in general. Forget about allegiances, as a football fan in general. So for Martial, it was important to get that goal. Game was done, but he completely closed the game off at any moment after that goal. So he needs to continue that. And hopefully against Leicester, I think he's got a good record against Leicester as well, if I remember correctly. He can just go get another goal. I don't mind if it's just one at a time, to be honest. As long as you hit in the back of the net, I am happy. So
we need him and Rashford really to start fighting. I know Rashford, to be fair to him, has been, but Martial in particular, man, it just, as you mentioned, a lot of players are confidence players. It's a myth, that saying, really. Every player needs confidence in it, but in terms of our players, they're too inconsistent, as you kind of mentioned there. That's Martial's biggest criticism for me. You know, even as you know, I defend the guy in the WhatsApp groups, but even I can acknowledge the fact that his consistency is what's letting him down. Yeah. Another person who's inconsistent, but in a different way, Bailly, with his flipping fitness, pisses me off, man. Yeah. I give him my man of the match, right, coach? I don't know who your man of the match is at the moment, so you can let me know in a second, but he's just so frustrating. He's so good if he's fit. Like, don't get me wrong, he's reckless and he's got mistaken over here and there. But you need that as a defender, because the strikers, there's no way they're not scared of him, because they don't know what he's gonna do. Like, this guy don't give a shit. He'd run through a brick wall to tackle if you had to. Like, he wouldn't give a shit. Like, he would really. Like, the guy is ruthless, isn't he?
Yeah, he is ruthless. The one thing I like about him is in this game now, where defenders don't really close down too much, where you need to close down your opponent, he's not afraid to do so. He's in your face. Yeah. And I know in the era of VAR, and you know, you can't even really tackle like that anymore. There's players that are afraid to do so, but you're a defender. That is your job. And he did that well today. And the one thing that annoys me about him is he's another one that's inconsistent, not only with injuries, but actually, no, he's consistent with injuries, but he's inconsistent with his performances. Like, you know, we were praising him before the Tottenham game. I'm not going to discuss it because that was a negative day. But we were praising him beforehand, and then he produced that performance, you know? And that's the kind of thing that you don't want, because when you see the guy's quality, you're like, you've got the quality, and if you just add consistency to it, you are actually one of the best in the league. But we can't put you in that category because you can have the talent, but the application consistently has to be there. Yeah. Today was a good performance. Obviously, we don't know about his fitness. We don't know if he's going to be fit for Saturday. That's how bad he is.
He's not going to be fit on Saturday, no chance.
Yeah, so you know, end of the day. But today, we can just talk about today. And the fact is, today he was good. Really good, actually. Really, really good. Performed well, was solid, was better than his partner. You know what I'm talking about. So
you had to take a dig at it.
Every night, just one. But no, I'm happy with his performance. I mean, I was just quite happy with Harry's performance as well. I know some people are not completely satisfied with it, but nothing really came of danger, so I can't be upset with him either. So yeah, good from Baye today.
Yeah, no, we got Saeed saying a big win. Salam, walaikum salam, my brother. Also, I'm just gonna give a shout out to Tuan Sabi. I'm not gonna lie. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying replace Wan-Bissaka with Tuan Sabi by all means, but I thought he offered a lot. You know, going for not a lot going for. That's a rich comment, but in terms of what he brings to he's rapid. He's a lot quicker than I thought. Like, he was dusting a man. I thought he had a good game given his starting position. But I'm going to ask you a couple of questions just to finish. One, obviously, being regarding Man City. The other one is, who is your man of the match for this game and why?
You know, I'll give it to Baye because I feel like he needed that performance. He needed to come back because the last performance was not good enough. So
yeah, when
you come in, the one thing in the back of your mind is the last performance I had was not good. So I need to step up. And Everton have a lot of dangerous players going forward, if I'm being honest. So you need to be on guard, and he was on guard for everything today. So I think I could give it to maybe one or two more, but I think he needs it. And an extra shout out to Dean Henderson because he was accomplished today, and he needed that after the mistakes that we were talking about. So it was good.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. No one's mentioned him actually. Couldn't I think about it, neither have I. To be fair, I completely forgot about him. I don't remember really making the save, to be honest, because they didn't really do anything, Everton. But
no, not really. But
yeah, that one off
the end,
Calvert-Lewin, but.
Yeah, but towards the end, what I did like was, remember me and you were talking about how he should have come out from a Goldrick's second goal. And towards the end, the ball was whipped in, and he was the first in line to just come and command that ball, grabbed it, put it down, relax. So yeah, that's kind of stuff you want from him. So small things like that build confidence, and I'm happy that he got a clean sheet today. He needed
no, it's good that he got a clean sheet. We've not had many clean sheets at all, so I'll take anything. It's our Achilles heel, without a shadow of doubt, is defense. So any bit of confidence, we speak about, strikers need the confidence. With obviously goals, they need confidence as well. But listen, let's finish off with a Manchester City draw. Man United get Man City. I have been told by the guys in the chat that it is only one game. I believe Man United are home, if I'm not mistaken.
It's 2 legs.
Everyone's saying in the chat it's 1 leg.
I think it's 2. I believe it's 2 legs. legs.
I don't know. Everyone said in the chat it was 1 leg when I was asking earlier. But yeah, Coach, what do you reckon? Do you fancy us? We lost to them last season in semis. Do you think we can do them this year?
I think we can. I think we need to be a lot more confident with this game because without sounding too relaxed about it, City are not the same City. That's just what it is. They're not performing to the same level. And
another person saying 1 leg in the chat as well.
Yeah, and it's 1 leg. Oh, someone's saying 1 leg.
That's 3 people that have said 1 leg now.
Oh, then let's go with that. Then that's fine by me. I don't know. 1 leg was good with me, because that means we have to perform on the day. We can't rest saying, all right, let's just get maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that. But City are not the same City, and I'm not trying to underestimate them. But even last season, when they felt just like all of us, they fell so behind Liverpool. Statistically, they have fell off a lot more this season compared to last season. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, I think we should approach the game feeling positive. Obviously, it's a match of the derby. Anything can happen. I don't want to say that we're going to steamroll them or we're going to be in big trouble. But we need to approach the game positively. Just you can't play scared against City because anything.
Not like that. How we played against in the league, man. Let's go for them, man. They're there to get out, man.
Exactly, because people, for example, were saying Tottenham played defensive. Tottenham were just structured. Tottenham know what to do against City. Let them have the ball, and then just hit them on the counter. And Ole loves counter attacks. That is one thing that feeds into your attack, your style and your players beautifully. So you can run that. But then if you try and control the game as well, City can be got at. The defense is not that great. I do rate Ruben Dias. Yeah. I know John Stones has come back into a bit of form, but has he really been challenged like that? Not straight away. Laporte is injury prone, so you don't even know if he's going to be in there or not. I'm not his biggest fan anyway. I still think he's good, but I just don't think he's that great. So he's another one that can go out. And their fullbacks, apart from Cancelo, defensively, the rest of them I don't really rate. So you just got to go for it, man. That's as simple as it gets. Go for it. Be brave. Be smart about how you approach the game. and you can get the W. So let's go for it, man. Nothing to
Listen,
scared.
you heard it here first. Just go for it, Ollie. And to be honest, I just think the manner in which we approach today's game is the manner in which we need to approach games moving forward. Because as you've already mentioned, we got the quality. Teams need to start. We need to start bringing that fear factor back. But Coach, thank you very much for joining me. As always, tell the man then where they can find you.
You can find me obviously on here at Usmaan Talks United all the time, and you can find me on my podcast at Free Midfield, which is there. There you go.
Yes, yeah. Go and show Coach some love. As always, brother, an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on, man.
Love, my bro.
God bless. God bless. Right, okay, so that has been your fan calling show. As I said, for whatever reason, not many calls today, but nonetheless, we will be back tomorrow with some more content for you on Christmas Eve, and also on Christmas Day, we have got the match preview for the Leicester game. So stay tuned for them, as well as the watch along, the match reaction, and the fan calling show on this Saturday. Listen, I'm absolutely knackered. It's been a long week for me at work. I've got to be honest, guys. As you can probably tell by my face, I'm absolutely shattered. So I'm going to wrap it there. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's viewed the content in the last couple of weeks. Yes, I understand that it's daily content. Sometimes hard to keep up with all the content that we post, but I do appreciate all the loyal fans that, just tune in, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and just show us love, really, on Twitter and obviously on the YouTube comments. If you're watching this later, please feel free to comment down below your man of the match, what your thoughts regarding the game were. I do read all the comments, all one of them or two of them on a good day. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, as I'm saying. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed, help us get to 1,000. Apart from that, it's been your boy Usmaan. Manchester United through to the semi-final once again. Can we go 2 steps further, one into the fire, and the second one having win a trophy under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? But apart from that, it has been your fan calling show.